Welcome to Biz Dev Live. My name is Cameron Toth, coming to you live every day, Monday through Friday. I want to talk to you today about authenticity. Are you authentic? What does it mean to be authentic? What is an authentic person? For that matter, what's an authentic taco, right? What is authenticity? The idea that you can relate to somebody in a way that makes you feel like they're real and you're real, I think is the essence of authenticity. When you speak, when you talk to people, does it feel real or does it sound too good to be true because maybe it's too good to be true? I think we always want to put the most positive foot forward. I certainly do whenever I'm speaking to people. Part of my daily routine and doing this show is I put on a suit, put on the jacket, because I want to put a positive foot forward. But I'll also tell you about how I didn't graduate high school, got a GED, and then had a child at 19 years of age, joined college without looking at the financial and the educational resources. And so subsequently didn't have a plan. And 2 years later, no college degree, and I'm dropping out and going and getting into hospitality as a bartender. What does it mean to be authentic, being real, being able to essentially relate with people? And hopefully, I like to think people can relate with me. Pat Laurie's jumping in here. Hi, Cameron, you are authentic. By the way, my book title is Be Authentic on Video. It's about being real. So I'm looking forward to reading that, Pat Laurie. Hopefully I'll get a copy. And then, hey, are you authentic when you talk? That's what we're talking about today. I'd love your questions around it. When do you see or notice that somebody isn't being authentic? What turns you off? What turns you on to somebody when you feel like they're being real? I want to hear from you. I'll be right back after the Biz Dev theme.
Biz Dev Live, Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time, live. Biz Dev Live, Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration, Biz Dev Live, Biz Dev Live, business development, not even selling it. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is business development, not even selling it. Biz Dev Live, Biz Dev Live, Biz Dev Live. This is business development, not even selling it.
All right, let's go. Let's get into it. So in order to be authentic yourself, right? If you're questioning, am I authentic? Am I real? Or how can I be more authentic? The first thing to know or get to know is yourself. If you want to be real with other people, you really got to understand and have good self-awareness, right? So who are you? What do you enjoy? What lights you up and gives you energy? What drains you? Do you know yourself? Because I think you can't be real with other people if you aren't real with yourself. Practice self-awareness. Practice mindfulness. Don't just speak without thinking. Get inside your own head, quiet your mind, let your thoughts, let your words be planned out. And self-acceptance. Do you have flaws? Do you have things that you want to improve about yourself? You have to learn to accept yourself for who you are. Remember that your mess is your message. Remember that your flaws make you special. You, like a fingerprint, are unique. You are awesome. And the things that you bring to the table allow you to uniquely serve others. Be present. So this is number 2 on the list. You can go down below in the YouTube description. I've listed some stuff out, put this together for you to kind of work through this, to work on your authenticity, right? Be present. You cannot be authentic and phone it in at the same time, right? People know when you're projecting without receiving. What do I mean by projecting without receiving? When you're talking and you're not listening, right? When you're basically Twitterizing or Facebooking, where you're sending your message out, but you're not actually in the comment section, responding people, taking care of people, servicing people. People see that. People take notice of that, right? On the other end of that, people notice when you listen, when you take the time to really appreciate the other person that's in the room with you, that's in the conversation with you, when you put, like yesterday's show, putting other people's interests first. A big part of me sort of, I feel like, evolving is when I'm in conversation, I'll try to, even if I think I got a special point or a story to share, I'll try to let other people talk so that they can be heard. And so that if I do have something to say, it's in service of, or it's relevant to what they're talking about, to show that we have a connection. And then that's something that you can practice in terms of being a better conversationalist and being authentic, because if you're there and you're applying your knowledge to somebody else's situation or story, that sort of thing, it's going to be more relevant to them. And people love talking. They love hearing themselves speak. They love their own name. So if you're in a room and you're saying to me, hey, Cameron, that was really great that you were talking about that, and I've had a similar experience, or I'd like to learn more about that, it's probably going to feel really good for the person that's hearing that. Build community, support systems for yourself. Find people that empower you and push you. Find people that hold you accountable in positive ways. That's the third step in terms of being authentic, right? Because if you're just around folks that are yesing you or saying you're awesome, but not providing you actual impetus to take action and create change in your life, that's probably not going to lead you to a place where you're honest with yourself and you're being your most authentic self. So find people that support you and lift you up. Reach out to people, whether it's through networking groups on LinkedIn. Find people that are doing what you would want to do, or that you want to do, or that have the experiences that you're looking for. Connect with them, build community with them, be of service to them. And in that way, you can walk the walk, which is where I'm going with this. Practice what you preach daily. So if you're an exercise guru or you're a financial person, don't let your shoes, if you're the shoemaker, don't let your shoes be rugged. Make sure that you're walking the walk. If you like fine shoes, you like creating something for somebody else, make sure you're doing that for yourself. I see that all the time in marketing and social media circles. There's a lot of people out there that want to sell you a product, but I don't know that they're necessarily doing it for themselves. And that doesn't look good. It does not come across as authentic. Who is fake? Someone who doesn't listen to themselves. Walk the walk, talk the truth, right? Rest and reflect. Have the internal and the external conversations that allow for perspective, especially different perspectives than your own. It's very difficult to see yourself if you're not able to see yourself from different angles. When we look into a mirror, we just see the straight on, but we don't see the other perspectives. So it's always helpful looking out, creating a team that's going to give you some different perspectives, your stories, whether you're selling a service or product, being a speaker on the main stage. If you want to connect with lots of different people, you need to understand how your story is heard by a lot of people, which means you have to do a lot of listening, right? A lot of people talk about, we were given 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. There's a lot of listening that needs to go into how you build your words, your speech, your presentation, your parlay with the rest of the world, right? Make sure that you're getting those different perspectives that help you craft and perfect your message. So when you're looking out into an audience, whether that audience is on the phone, on Zoom, in a meeting room, that you know before you speak pretty much how that message is going to hit. That's going to allow you to be authentic in the sense that you're going to be able to provide something that's real, both for yourself, because you've accepted yourself and you've done that work. And then also, you know how that message is going to be perceived, because a lot of times miscommunication is our biggest challenge. I think I'm saying one thing, but it's being heard in another way. Your kids are a great example of that. Your spouse is a great example of that. Have you ever had a conversation and you said something and they understood it differently than the way you meant it? That is happening all the time. I guarantee it. And so the only way to work through that is to make sure that you're getting those different perspectives and feedback. Hopefully this is helpful. I hope that you go through some of these steps. I know I am trying to be a more authentic, more knowledgeable presenter and speaker every day for this program and for all the different kinds of work that I do with college and career prep, with Toth event staffing, trying to be somebody that can shape and share experience so that we can make people's lives better, so that we can have a better and greater impact on the world. Pat Laurie says, thank you. Thank you, Pat Laurie. I love having an audience. I love people that engage. So thank you so much, Pat Laurie, for being here and engaging. I got to check out the book. I'm excited about it. These topics that I've been doing this week are all inspired by The Go-Giver. So if you haven't checked out this beautiful, beautiful book by Bob Burg, who was on with Steve Spiro and I on Monday. Bob Burg and John David Mann put this book together, and it's actually a series of books. Not a hard read. Really, really great book. The Go-Giver talks about laws, and this law that we were discussing today, the law of authenticity, the most valuable gift you have to offer is yourself. Be authentic. Share your story. You're unique. You're awesome. Go out there and kill it. Go out there and crush it. Have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow.
Biz Dev Live, Biz Dev Live. Weekdays at 11 Eastern Time, live. Biz Dev Live, Biz Dev Live. Weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration, Biz Dev Live, Biz Dev Live. Business development, not even selling it. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is business development, not even selling it. Biz Dev Live, Biz Dev Live.